There are 7 skinfold sites, and there are important things to keep into consideration, such as taking all measurements on the right side of the body, making sure the subject's skin is dry and lotion free. Make sure to locate the mark and mark the sites before taking the measurements. While taking the measurements, hold the skin where it was marked, and with a caliper on the right hand, with the dial facing up, record the measurements to the nearest 0.5 millimeters for 1 to 2 seconds. A minimum of 2 measurements should be recorded for each side, and if measurements are 2 millimeters off, then a third measurement should be taken. Record measurements in rotational order to allow the skin to regain its original texture. Finally, calculate the average of each skinfold site. To measure the tricep site, measure the distance from the acromion to the acromion process and mark the halfway point with an X. Obtain a vertical pinch on the marked area and hold for 1 to 2 seconds and release. Make sure to hold the pinch during the entire duration. For the subscapular site, have the subject put their arm behind their back in order to identify the inferior angle of the scapula, and they can relax their arm. Obtain a diagonal fold on the mark and obtain a measurement 1 centimeter above the mark while holding for 1 to 2 seconds. For the chest site, measure the distance between the axillary site and the nipple and make a mark midway for men. For women, mark the site 1/3 of this distance. Obtain a diagonal fold for 1 to 2 seconds and release. Have the subject move their arm back, and the mid-axillary line should be leveled with the subject's side foot process of the sternum. Obtain a vertical pinch, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, and release. For the superiliac site, locate the subject's hip bone and mark the side inferior to that. Obtain a diagonal fold for 1 to 2 seconds and release. Measure 2 centimeters to an inch to the right of the subject's umbilicus. Obtain a vertical fold, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, and release. Make sure the subject puts their weight on their left leg. Mark the X midway on the anterior thigh between the proximal border of the patella and the inguinal crease. Obtain a vertical fold, record for 1 to 2 seconds, and release. The accuracy of measuring body fat percentage using the 7-side skinfold measurements is plus or minus 3.5%, assuming it is properly done. The following are equations utilized to calculate body density.